Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a really easy recipe. It's actually one of our favorite ways to make hamburgers at home. At least it's definitely one of the easiest, and it's very tasty as well. This is going to be a great recipe when you just need quick throw together meals that everybody is going to enjoy. This also makes a really great appetizer. If you cut your hamburgers a little bit smaller, they become little sliders. So I'm showing you how to make the tastiest easy sliders. The recipe is from my blog, and I'm just going to walk you through step by step how to do it. It's really simple, so there's really not that many steps. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and click subscribe if you haven't already. As always, you can find a link to the recipe down below in the video description. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that we're gonna do is mince an onion, and I have just a yellow onion. If you don't want to do this step, if you wanna make it like really easy, you can also use dried minced onion, but I'm really low on these right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finely chop an onion. And I'm just going to use half of the onion because I really don't need very much. Now the recipe calls for 2.5 pounds of beef, but I only have a little over a pound. So I'm going to be cutting everything in half, but it's going to be just the right amount for a quick and easy lunch today. When I mince my onion, I like to go really thin across one side and then come back and finely chop it perpendicular to the cuts that I just made. Okay, and there we go. Just a little bit of finely minced onion. Now I'm going to be cooking these sliders just in this Pyrex dish. And this is about an 11 inch Pyrex. The great thing about using something like this is your meat is going to shrink up a little bit. So it's going to be really easy to drain the grease when you finish cooking. So I'm just going to spread these onions evenly in the bottom of my dish. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edges simply because, like I said, I'm not using quite as much ground beef. So I'm going to just leave an inch or two on the ends. Okay. Next step, my eyes are starting to water. I'm sorry. The next step in the recipe is just to go ahead and press down your ground beef. And this is what I'm using. This is organic ground beef that I get from Costco. And I'll show you a really simple way to spread this evenly without disturbing your onions too much. So I'm gonna take the ground beef and I'm just gonna kind of pull it off in chunks and press it down like this. If I tried to just put the whole patty down, then my onions would be shifted all around and they wouldn't be evenly distributed underneath the meat. Okay, now that all my meat is in the pan, I'm just going to press it down so that I'm pushing it into the rest of it like it's all one giant patty of beef. So it's going to cook all together like this. And this is great because you can cut your burgers as big or small as you like. So again, this would make a really easy appetizer if you cut them a little bit smaller. We usually will just cut them probably about 4-inch patties. And then my husband and I will make ourselves doubles, and then the kids get singles. It's a really great recipe for kids who maybe aren't going to eat an entire burger. You can give them a little bit less really easily. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to do the last step. Okay, so here's what the meat looks like in the pan right now. I've got my onions on the bottom, my meat evenly spread out on top. And now I'm just gonna make like a little sauce, I guess, like a seasoning mixture that I'm gonna pour out and spread evenly across the top of the sliders. I have some Worcestershire sauce, and the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. Like I said, I don't have quite as much meat as the recipe calls for, so I'm just gonna do about a heaping tablespoon. Same with garlic powder. It calls for 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, so I will do a little over half a tablespoon. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. So again, a little over a half here. And then the final ingredient in the sauce is 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir together this little sauce mixture just until all the seasoning is evenly distributed. And then I'm gonna pour it on top of my sliders here. And I have a spatula so that I can easily spread it on the meat. I want it to be pretty even across the top of the sliders. I already preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and I'm just gonna let these cook for about 30 minutes. You can see how easy this recipe would be just to throw it together on a busy weeknight. This would also be a really good recipe to teach your kids if you have older kids who are starting to cook more and do more in the kitchen. This is definitely a kid-friendly, kid prep recipe. Alrighty. There we go. My sliders are ready to go in the oven, 375 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, my burgers have finished cooking and it's time to take them out of the oven. My burgers stayed in the oven too long. I actually left these in the oven too long. Let's pretend that they look perfect. Okay, we're gonna top it with some cheese. I also made some mayonnaise in my Vitamix. If you want to see how to make mayonnaise in your Vitamix in just 3 minutes flat, I'll link the video for that down below. And I've got some bacon behind me in my Instant Pot. I cooked it with the Mealthy crisp lid attachment. Also, I will link that review down below if you want to see how to turn your Instant Pot into an air fryer. I really like it, and when I just need a small amount of bacon, like for burgers, it's a really easy and hands-free way to cook it. Okay, so typically at this point, I would put these back in the oven to let the cheese melt, but because I left it in the oven too long, I was doing some other things, I'm not even gonna really worry about that. We're just gonna have it just like this. So down in the comments below, let me know what you like on your burgers. Some of my kids like pickles. I just grabbed those from Whole Foods. We like ketchup, of course. I already mentioned the bacon. I have to have mayonnaise. I really wish I had a tomato for my burger, but I pretty much always forget to get them from the store. So leave a comment down below. Let me know how you like your burgers at home or out. If you like something extra special, let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't already. I will have more easy recipes and great cooking ideas coming at you soon. All right, I'll see you guys later.
On repeat, I will break like a twig right under your feet. Don't you say that you didn't want me. You turned me upside down and then you're in my bed. not waste another